Hey folks, we were sitting around here the other day and we were trying to figure out, we asked ourselves this question right here. What happens when we cap or plug an oil well in Petrolia? But the real question is, what happens when air is forced into a static environment that is filled with liquid and an unknown number of release points? Well, we sat down and we started to work on this, and we thought the best thing to do was simply, find out what is an oil well. Okay. Well, the physical properties of an oil well. Well, a pump jack, this part of it, it's above the ground and it's in a fixed position. The ground doesn't move. The casing is a 6 or 8 inch round pipe. It's below ground, and it's approximately 500 feet or 140 meters. Okay. The pool is static. That means it doesn't expand and contract like a balloon. Okay. It's under a normal state of equalized pressure. Because of the release points, the pressure that's being forced into the ground, into that pool, is being released at the same rate because of all the wells that have not been plugged in that, okay? So, then, you just kept going, and here, let's see. Plugging and capping a well. Well, basically, you remove the rod, and it's hooked to the pump jack. It's the only moving piece in the ground. It's generally pulled to the surface. A plug is then inserted, and a plug can be various things, and pushed as deep as possible down the casing. Okay? The casing is then filled with a special mud, or concrete, or something like that, bentonite, whatever it's required to have put into it. Okay? And then hoping as much of the casing is filled to the greatest depth possible. Okay? That means they want it down as deep as possible. They're trying to fix the ground back to the way it was. Okay? So, the volume of one of the wells around Petrolia, using the proper formula, okay, so how much air is actually forced back into the pool when we cap a well? When we cap a 6-inch well, and say it's 500 feet deep, it's 392 cubic feet. Okay, well that's about an 8x8 garden shed you have in your backyard, 6 feet high in that, okay? An 8-inch casing, same formula, just over 700 cubic feet. And that's in about an 8x10 garden shed filled with air, okay? And this air definitely goes somewhere. So, what we did is we decided to make an experiment. How could we prove what we were talking? How could we find out about what it is? So what we decided to do was construct a little box, okay, and here it is, right here, okay, right there, okay, and what we used was this, right here is the ground surface. We used children's medicine syringes as the actual well, and because a well is flat and it's sealed on the bottom and it's forced in from the sides, okay? What we did with these is we drilled a hole through them like this, right through there, and then we sealed off the end of that, okay, to simulate a well as much as possible. Now this is completely airtight and it's filled with water. There's a light little bit of air in it that would simulate the air in the top of it, and what we're going to do is we're going to take 12 plungers, and we're going to see what happens as we start filling these wells. Okay, I'm going to zoom in a little bit just to see how close I can actually get it so you can see. Right there. Okay, I'm going to put the 12 plungers in. We'll see what happens as we do these here. Water comes up the spout a little bit, goes down. Do another one. Comes up the spout, goes down a little bit. Third one we're plugging. There we go. Goes up. Comes down. Fourth one. Fifth one. Is that there? Okay, here's number 6. You can hear it coming into it. I'll go over to the far side now. Number 7. Water's going up, 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 up. And comes down to here. Leave this one in. Comes up. You'll notice that each time we push this, cap these wells or plug these wells, it's coming up, staying up. Okay. Let's do this one here. Alright. Well, 10 out of 12 wells are done, folks. Here, let's have a look around here. Okay. I've plugged the one behind there. That one there hasn't been plugged. All the other ones have. Okay, but you can see what's happening. Every time we plug the well, water or fluid, or be it maybe the gases and that, are coming closer and closer to the surface. Okay, because they're still having places that air released. Well, there's a real important reason I want to talk to you folks, because what I just did was I plugged in, so it goes in a little here. Okay, we plugged 5 there. Number 6. There's one back there. And we plugged 3 over there. Well, folks, I'd like to show you something here. Okay? Folks, there's the top of the experiment right there. Okay? And as I said, there's the 5 there. I come up, I did 1, 2, left one open, and I did 3 across the top. Well, you might think that this is a funny little experiment, but hang on a second. There's one little piece that I do want to show you to it. Okay? And that's this piece right here. What I've just shown you is the town of Petrolia over the last number of years. And in part 2 of this, I'm going to explain in great detail about what's been going on and how this actually affects Hillcrest School. And I hope you'll watch the second part, because I'm sure you'll find it very interesting. Thanks.